Hey Spitfire people, how are you today? What's Sunday? What's happening on Sunday? Mother's Day. Welcome to a special Mother's Day edition of the Spitfire Club, except we're not celebrating Mother's Day. Nope, your mother does deserve celebrating though. We're celebrating I Love You Day. We're a day where we celebrate anybody who takes care of us. Could be your mom, could be somebody else. Last week we talked about family portraits, right? We talked about the characters in your family, the atmosphere and mood and feelings of your family, the character of your family, or the nature of your family. We also talked about the setting and what your family looks like, where it exists. So some of us have not just like a house, right? Or an apartment or wherever you live. We have maybe you and your grandmother planted a garden together. That's special. Or maybe your family does a special coffee or tea ceremony. That's special. So you can draw things like that and incorporate it into your family portrait. Nobody sent me a family portrait, so if you want me to see your family portrait and share it on the Spitfire Club, please send it to amanda@thespitfireclub.org. I'd be happy to showcase your work. Speaking of showcasing work, check out these Spitfire girls. Look at them. So this was back on the day when we did Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match, and Mary had a little glam when we all got super glamorous. See, look at these awesome designs. The skirt, the hat. Love it. Love it. Send me your photos. Love to share you. And also, I'm using these for a project that I'm going to put together to remind us of this time when we had to be apart, but we were still together. So, all right. You want to read a book today? Today's book is Mango, Abuela and Me by Meg Medina and illustrated by Angela Dominguez. Gotta get the right distance. There we go. She comes to us in winter, leaving behind her sunny house that rested between two snaking rivers. Her old place was too much for just one, Mommy tells me, as we make room in my dresser for her clothes. And too far away for us to help, Poppy adds. Abuela belongs with us now, Mia. But I still feel shy when I meet this faraway grandmother. Pin, pan, pun. Poppy unfolds Abuela's bed and slides it right next to mine. You'll get to know each other, he says. But when I show Abuela my new book, she can't unlock the English words. We can only look at the pictures and watch Edmund race on his wheel. Then, just before we turn out the light, she pulls out two things tucked inside the satin pocket of her suitcase. A feather, una pluma, from a wild parrot that roosted in her mango trees, and a snapshot, una fotografía, of a young man with Poppy's smile. Tu abuelo, she says, climbing into bed. Wait, what does tu abuelo mean? Yeah, your grandfather. Snuggled in my pajamas, I smell flowers in her hair, sugar and cinnamon baked into her skin. That night, I dream of a red bird circling in the sky. The rest of the winter, while Mommy and Poppy are at work, Abuela waits for me to get home from school. Then we bundle up in thick socks and handmade sweaters to walk to the park and toss bread to the sparrows. My Espanol is not good enough to tell her the things an Abuela should know, like how I'm the very best in art and how I can run as fast as the boys. And her English is too poquito to tell me all the stories I want to know about Abuelo and the rivers that ran right outside their door. With our mouths as empty as our bread baskets, we walk back home and watch TV. Abuela and I can't understand each other, I whispered to Mommy. Oh, things will get better, Mommy says. Remember how it was with Kim? Kim is my best friend at school. When she was new, our whole class helped teach her English words. Now Miss Wilson sometimes has to say, "Please be quiet, girls, others are working." After school the next day, while Abuela and I are making meat pies for our snack, I pretend I am Miss Wilson. "Dough," I say, pointing to the ball. Abuela says, "Dough, masa," and rolls it flat. "Masa," I say. She drops a spoonful of meat in place. "Carne." "Carne," I say. "Meat." "Pasas." "Raisins." "Aceite." "Oil." And then I remember the word cards we taped on our classroom to help Kim. So while Abuela fries our empanadas, I put up word cards too until everything is covered, even Edmund. Soon we are playing Oye Di, hear and say, all around our house. But that night, she still calls my pillow a palo, and she says Edmund is a gangster. "We'll keep practicing," I say. "What do you think Edmund is?" "A hamster," but she said gangster. That's cute. But the next day, I cannot practice with Abuela after all. Edmund has run out of his favorite seeds, so Mommy and I have to ride the bus downtown to buy more. Sometimes there are kittens sleeping in the pet shop window, but when we arrive this time, something even better is behind the glass. "Look," I say, "the window has become a jungle filled with birds." And right in the middle is a parrot staring at us with black bean eyes. I press my nose to the glass, thinking of the red feather Abuela gave me. "Let's buy him," I tell Mommy. "But Mia, you already have Edmund," Mommy says. "Oh, not for me," I say. "For Abuela, like the parrot that lived in her mango trees. He can keep her company while I'm at school." When we bring him home to Abuela, she says, "Un loro," a parrot. We name him Mango because his wings are green, orange, and gold like the fruit. During the day, Abuela teaches him how to give beaky kisses and to bob his head when she sings Los Pollitos to him. "Buenas tardes, Mango," Abuela says, opening his cage door when I get home from school. "Good afternoon," I say, and give him a seat. Soon, Mango calls to me even before we open his cage. "Buenas tardes," he says when I open the door. "Good afternoon." Abuela, Mango, and I practice our new words every day. Mi Español gets faster, and Abuela and Mango learn the days of the week, all the months of the year, and the names of coins. "How did he learn all of that?" Papi asks when we show him all that Mango can do. Abuela winks at me and gives Mango a piece of banana, peel and all. "Practice," she says. Before long, Abuela asks me how to say harder things too, so that she can talk with the neighbors who stop by. "Has the mailman come? It is chilly today. Can you get some cookies? Can I get you some cookies and lemonade?" Soon, when my friends stop by to see Mango's latest tricks, they can understand everything Abuela says. But best of all, now when Abuela and I are lying next to each other in our beds, our mouths are full of things to say. I tell her about my buen dia and show her my best pintura of Mango. Abuela reads my favorite book with only a little help, and she tells me new stories about Abuela who could dive for river stones with a single breath and weave a roof out of palms. I draw pictures for her. She still misses their old house, she says, but now only a little bit. Mango listens to us from his perch until my eyes grow heavy.
Hasta mañana, abuela, I say. Abuela kisses me. Good night, Mia. Hasta mañana, good night, Mango calls. And soon, we all fall asleep.
I love that family story. It's so beautiful. A lot of us have grandmothers or special people in our lives who live with us who maybe aren't a mom or a dad, but they fulfill a motherly role in taking care of us, making sure that our needs are met and loving us very much. So that brings us back to I Love You Day. So I Love You Day is a day that you can celebrate anyone. So I am going to post links to this in the comments on YouTube, in a blog post on the spitfireclub.org, and on social media. So hopefully it'll be in enough places that you can find it. We have an activity. At school, you'd probably do something like make a flower pot with your handprint on it, or maybe make a nice card. In the Spitfire Club, I cannot come be with you and bring you these materials, but what I can do is give you some ideas. People that we love, especially people who take care of us, have a lot of needs that can't be met by objects, right? So giving people things is nice, but also you can do things. Have you ever heard the phrase, actions speak louder than words? So I made a list of actions you can do to show your I Love You Day person that you love them so much. So the instructions are: pick your I Love You Day recipient, find a jar, cup, bag, or other container that no one needs, something you can decorate, change, nobody's gonna need it, and then decorate it using paper, tape, glue, stickers, ribbons, and other fun things that you have laying around at home. Other things that tend to be fun, aluminum foil, coffee filters. Sorry, parents, I always go back to coffee filters. I love coffee filters. So there are different actions here, and you can cut along the dotted lines, fold them up, and drop them in the cup. If you don't have a printer at home, no problem. Just look at the phone screen or the computer screen and write down the prompts, or come up with your own and put them in the jar. So let's see, I already cut some. So let's see if my kids will do this for me. Which one will I draw? It's always fun to draw things. You never know what you're gonna get. Draw an I love you card that doesn't just say I love you. Say why. I love that one. As a parent, I know that you frequently receive nice drawings, but say more, especially if you're learning how to write more complicated sentences. Always say more. All right, I'm gonna throw some stickers on mine. Let's see, maybe this, boop, and cute bunny. You know I've got the best stickers in the world, so this is too easy for me, right? Maybe you have stickers left over from your folder. But you want to put thought into it, right? Because you want to make sure that the person you give this to, whether it's mom or grandma or whomever, that they feel very loved. Because Mother's Day and I Love You Day can be difficult holidays, right? Especially when we're all separated, we can't be together. I know I miss my mom right now, and I can't be with her, and I know that she misses me and really misses my kids. So today is a great time to show extra love. Go all out. I'm gonna use this glitter pen. I'm so excited, I love glitter pens. All right, it's not working. That's okay. So, the I Love You jar. Put your little prompts in there. Give it to your I Love You person, and then draw one out so they understand where it's going. And tell them, okay, I got the same one twice. I must really need to draw an I Love You card. Pro tip, pull out any prompts you don't actually want to or are unable to do. For instance, if one of them says, cook a meal, make a dessert, or make a meal, maybe that's not something you can do. That's okay. Just pull it out. Or you can ask for help from the parent or caregiver or sibling who is not the recipient of the I Love You Day jar. All right. I hope you feel loved. It's a lot of fun to show other people love, but I also hope that you're feeling some love yourself. All right. Till next time, Spitfire girls.